Hey, Chris Liepe here with my first time listening to Take What You Want by One OK Rock. This was done in the Japan Dome in 2018. And I was told that if I really wanted to get a sense for the genius and mastery of the voice of Taka, that I should watch this video. So I'm really excited to get into this. This is a singing channel. I get a chance to teach people how to sing all the time. So when I get recommended a vocalist like Taka, I am incredibly excited to pull from what he does. And if you want help with your voice, your singing, and you want to learn how to pull inspiration from other singers and put those things in your own voice, click the link below and join my free course. I tend to start and stop on these type of videos because if I think of something, I don't want to forget about it. And it makes complying with copyright restrictions easier if I'm not playing too long of sections at a time. And a big part of what you guys said about this song is that you really get a sense for his dynamics and range and connectedness to his emotions. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing here. Oh, I noticed this on the last song too, but here, it being more stripped down and him singing in this quieter, much more subdued, introspective way, you really hear the way that he's able to bridge his head voice and his chest voice so seamlessly. Every time he approaches the end of a note, he ends up being in head voice. Those of you who are singers, you will appreciate this. This is very hard to do when you're singing quiet. Well, when you're singing loud or quiet. But he's mastered this, so it's just seamless. Also, his entrances on Fry, and then into head voice, priceless. I don't want anything. There it is again. A broken home. Not the memories, all the things we own. Not the picture of us on the wall. I have a feeling I'm in for a very explosive transition here. So take what you want. Wonderful vocal agility, even in his more subdued voice. Huh. Oh, cool. Wow. What fun that would be to be there live. Can you hear me? I'm trying to hear you. Oh, I'm going to have to play that again. That entrance into that note. It started clean and then he gave it that wonderful compressed, but not too compressed. He's not screaming. It's heated, it's warm, it's saturated. And then did you hear that little squeak? The way he abandoned out of his confident voice? It gave you more vulnerability. It gave you more relation to what he's doing. Listen again. Can you hear me? I'm trying to hear you. So here, he had that little crack on here, like the entrance, where he's tapping into his head voice a little bit, and then he did that, you, right? He's entering head voice and exiting head voice. He's so free and agile. And these types of things are what separate these kind of singers from the ones that just merely hit the notes. Clearly, he can hit the notes too, but there's something special when you start putting these little nuances in and you can call them in the perfect moments. This is a perfect moment.
Silence strikes like a hurricane.
And those added H's. Extra level. I keep using that word vulnerable. This is why we love what he does so much. It's so relatable, even though it's so good.
I'm singing for you.
Oh, that heat.
You're screaming at me. It's hard to see your tears and the pouring rain.
Wow. There's almost this aspect of how he enters into certain notes where he sounds a little bit hoarse. He's just got that coordination of mild false chord engagement, which allows for that compressed, heated sound, and how to get in and out of that with his head voice. Those things mixed together, it's what's making for this wonderful blend of flavors. Fry? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Squeak again? Beautiful head voice. Those squeaks are a result of the fry. Yeah, there it is again.
Take what you want, take what you want,
I like that. Oh! Here we go. I love that off-feeling groove.
Take what you want, take what you want, go. Take what you want, take what you want, go.
His consistency when he drops into this kind of thing is marvelous as well.
Take what you want, take what you want, go. Just go now, just go, go, go. Just remember a time and you'll feel like home. Hearing me up against a crayon note.
Hear that little squeak? No! No! Awesome. Hard to do, too, on pitch. Really, really awesome.
You want my life, now you want my life. Is this life, can you hear me? I'm trying to hear you.
His use of breath, right? When he says hear, it's not can you hear me? It's can you. He's even causing a little bit of resistance on that H. And doing this at the tempo he's doing it is really difficult. So slowing it down if you want to try doing this in your own voice is advisable. There's this sigh into the H and this resistance. Here! Here! So many little things happening that you don't really think about that he has practiced and honed, combined with that heat. Oh, what a unique sound.
Silence strikes like a hurricane. I'm singing for you.
Nice run.
You're screaming at me. It's hard to see your tears and take what you want, take what you want, go.
There's that Chester Bennington. You hear how he has that breathiness and that rasp over it? Very few vocalists can get that and have the distortion. This perfect balance of rasp and heat, right? A lot of times you can be raspy, but not distorted and gritty. They're sort of two separate things. And him and Chester Bennington, one of the few that I've heard that wonderful tone out of.
It's hard to see your tears and the pouring rain.
There's that try, that sort of sound. I don't think I get enough of it, especially the way he's using it. the oh, oh, oh. That's an interesting thing to workshop in your own voice. But he's able to hit two different notes as he sighs out of that chest voice note. Oh, oh, as opposed to just sort of letting it go somewhere, right? Oh, oh, like that. It sounds somewhat inhuman.
Take what you want, take what you want, girl. Take what you want, take what you want, girl.
Did you hear how he started with a lower note in head voice, take what, and then crescendoed up into his chest voice. Another thing that a lot of vocalists don't and can't do. A lot of voices they think are built for, oh, well, I go higher, I go into my head voice or my falsetto. He's turning that around. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to start in my head voice or falsetto, and then I'm going to build up into that beautifully supported chest voice.
Arigato.
And you got a little snippet of him just speaking there at the end. I love hearing that in the context of a live performance because he's got a higher voice, a higher pitched speaking voice, even right there. And that plays into his bellish tone for sure. But the fact that he can have that light of a disposition with his voice and still get as gritty and thick, that's saying something. Thank you so much for enjoying this with me. I'm learning a lot from studying Taka, and hopefully you're learning a little something too, and that your enjoyment of his art is increasing as you know some of the nuances and sort of behind-the-scenes voice things that are going on with his voice. Again, if you'd like a little more help with your voice, click that link below and join my free course. And be sure to check out the other video I did a little bit ago on One OK Rock as well.